Hello, hello. We are headed down 59. We are turning west on Fort Morgan Road. We are taking you on a drive, my friends. This is going to be a long drive, a long video today, but feel free to forward to whatever section interests you. We definitely wanted to give you a taste of Fort Morgan.
Yeah, and definitely the amount of time it takes to drive down to some of these areas. Fort Morgan is more of a destination area where Gulf Shores, the West Beach and East Beach are kind of right in the thick of everything. They've got a lot of restaurants around. Still could take some time to get to places like Oa and the Wharf during the busy season. But Fort Morgan, you're going to have about a 20 to 25 minute drive just to get to 59, you know, depending on traffic on Fort Morgan Road. And then it could be a little bit longer, you know, down 59 as well to get to some other locations. So that's something to keep in mind when you're vacationing out this way. When you're picking up short-term rental properties out this way, your target market is people that are looking for that quiet destination and don't want the, you know, hustle and bustle of the Gulf Shores proper area.
Yeah, those are the people picking up right where we started this video, was by the grocery store, Rouse's, and Walmart's not far from there as well. A lot of people will just stop in on their way into town, grab all their groceries for their week, and then head out this way and just kind of settle in at their house and enjoy the beach. Beaches are a little more quiet. They're dog friendly in many cases. This part here, though, is we're following along Little Lagoon, which is about 10 miles long, and these houses are all not in the short-term rental zone, so they will look tempting when you see them come on market, but they are not good rentals.
Yes, so if you're looking for a primary house, the north side of the lagoon, you will find houses that will be priced cheaper than the south side of the lagoon. However, you also are further from the beach as well. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If you are a big beach person, you probably want to be on the south side of the lagoon rather than the north side. But if you're a boater or a kayaker, the north side is a great spot to live as a primary.
It is. It's really a little bit closer to get to all the stores and everything as well. Got Little Lagoon to the left. You can kind of get some peeks of it every once in a while through the trees. And then on the right side, there is a bike path. There's also an RV park here. And this bike path goes quite a ways. It's pretty nice. It's all paved.
Up here on the left, this is Moe's Landing. So this is a great spot to put in a boat or a kayak. It's basically just kind of first come, first serve on parking. But there is a lot of parking there. So if you come down with a boat and you want to do some fishing on the lagoon, it's a great spot to put in right from there. Good lagoon views.
Yeah, some new construction happening over here on some of these lots. There's also some new construction over here. Another RV park.
So Little Lagoon is about just over, I think, 10 miles in length. So you'll notice as you're taking the Fort Morgan Road, you've got the first 10 miles or so is pretty much nothing is going to be short-term rentals in that area. You do have opportunities for, you know, if you're coming down to vacation, staying RV parks. There are a lot of them, especially on the bay side as we get kind of out of the mainland, onto the peninsula. You'll see a lot of the RV parks on the Mobile Bay side.
here there's the seafood market, coffee shop, and the butcher shop, gas station, and a Dollar General. And this is basically the most commerce you'll find over here. And we're not really even into Fort Morgan yet. We have visited a few of those. I liked the coffee shop's breakfast burrito. They had a good deli sandwich too. We got for lunch one day.
Yeah.
Neighborhood, which is this golf course community. We're getting to the end of Little Lagoon here. Alright, I'm turning the map so you can see north is now up. So we're just heading out here onto this little peninsula. Here's Mobile Bay.
Officially Fort Morgan now.
Here we are. 8 minutes into the drive. There are some golf courses out here and a couple of larger complex communities as well. One that has food trucks, and then the fort at the very end is pretty fun to visit. And then a lot of people take this is the way you'll go to take the ferry if you wanted to go over to Dauphin Island. I've heard that's a good day trip. You can go over and get some ice cream, visit the little aquarium. Parks that are on the bay. about that area.
Good fishing beach.
Jesse's coming soon. So there is a restaurant that will be opening pretty soon down there on the bay. We have some rental info here. Another RV park. Fort Morgan Pizza. Dollar General over here.
Okay, we've officially made it to kind of the first area. Luxury vacation rentals down there. That's the first off street that gets down towards the beach.
You can see that has a long road with all kinds of houses along it, with a couple swimming pools, and then they can all share that beachfront.
Yep. All right, we are coming up on the beach club. So the beach club is one of the more popular places. Huge condo complex, lots of stuff going on there. They're the ones with the food trucks, right?
Yes.
Should we go on here?
Yeah.
Let's give it a look.
Easy to find with the giant water tower. Gotta love
Yes.
that. But yeah, there's
So Beach Club Resort, we won't go too far in, but the main area right up here is where they'll have some food trucks out here.
in the busy season, this has like ice cream inside. There's tons of different food trucks.
Yep. Sales
Little-
rental check-in.
Yeah, little shop.
And then all the way down is the big condo buildings, beachfront. They've got pools, tennis courts, lots of stuff to do down here. The Beach Club is probably one of the more popular destinations for people to get away to.
Yeah. Good place for snowbirds as well.
Yeah, and that was, how long in the video are we here?
We're 15 minutes
So,
in.
yeah, it's about just under 15-minute drive from the main Gulf Shores Parkway.
Lots of signs for fishing charters, and you can get some peeks here of the bay off to the north side.
Alright, so coming up is going to be the Kiva Dunes Golf Club. There is a lot of potential in there as well. We're not going to drive through that because it's
It's gated.
it's gated. But there is a lot of places to purchase there. There's a lot of places to visit and rent. Obviously, if you're a golfer, it'd be a great area to be at. So this is, the Kiva Dunes Plantation. Off to the north side here is where a lot of people will pull off and do some fishing from. So you can park just along the side of the street and do some fishing in the bay here.
You can launch boats right there too, I think.
I think
No?
so, maybe. all to the south here is Kiva Dunes, which then you would, if you were in there, you would have lots of beach access. You've got the whole run of the beach here. So again, it's going to be very private, very secluded, so it won't be overpopulated.
Yeah, there are a number of homes right here along the front.
And then you'll see just to the, what would be east of Kiva Dunes here, is basically just a little subdivision area. So you got the one main road that leads up towards the beach, and then you've got a bunch of little offshoots that all have houses. All of those could be short-term rental properties. Obviously, the closer to the beach, the better the property is going to do.
And I'm pretty sure they have a public access point here at the end of the road.
Yes.
So for the entire neighborhood to be able to get to the beach, that's really important. You need to make sure that there's access for your guests to get on the beach if you're not directly on the beach already. Which is a reason why you would not necessarily want to be on the bay side here unless your focus is going to be on fishing charters and fishing people. The general population is not going to want to cross this busy street here, and it gets busier in the high season.
Yes.
So here's Morgantown, super popular area for short-term rentals. You can see there are all of those houses up here.
And that's how far is Morgantown in?
We're 18 minutes and 50 seconds. I say Morgantown has the most similar feel to West Beach neighborhood than any other area.
Yeah.
That's a little bit more remote out here. Not as many of the houses have swimming pools, but it definitely has that quieter beach feel.
So we're coming up on an area that basically just has single streets that lead up towards the beach, and each of these streets has a few houses on it, so you'll start to see some houses for sale here. These ones are going to be, as of now, 2023, in the just sub-million to $2 million price range. If you're on the beach, some of these can reach as high as $5 million. If you're getting one of those big houses that sleeps 40 plus people, they're going to be pretty expensive. But the returns are also pretty incredible on what these places can rent and bring in.
They do very well, yes.
So you see it's pretty secluded out here, right? You've got houses, but only a couple rows, so the beaches are not going to be very busy at all in this area.
That's true, because there are no big condo complexes. That's when the beaches get pretty busy.
But you can see there's some pretty good sized houses, like this yellow one here. Huge house, has a huge boardwalk leading out to the beach.
They have a pool on their deck also. So you're gonna grab your groceries and you're gonna settle into one of these houses and just have a good old time for a week.
Yep. we get up further here, we're going to get to the actual Fort Morgan and the ferry.
Which is a cool place. I definitely recommend everybody visit. It's really awesome with a good place for kids to run around, and if you like history, good place if anybody with you likes history. It's pretty remote out here. So there you are on the map. So this is the end. There's the actual fort you can see. Hope you enjoyed our tour for the day.
Yeah, long drive.
We're at 24 minutes to get all the way out here to the end, but might as well just, give you a little peek at some of the fort while we're over here.
And there is the Fort Morgan fishing pier that is out here as well.
Which I hear is a pretty great place. Okay. Here's your Bayside, Fort Morgan National Historic Landmark. And that concludes our tour for the day.